In this video, we're going to learn some key terms for eco-friendly products, as well as some phrases that you can use at the shop or at the restaurant to say, hey, I've brought my own container. Before we start this video, go check out Skritter.com. It's one of the most powerful tools out there to learn Chinese and Japanese characters. Many countries around the world are committed to reducing single-use plastic consumption, 一次性用品 or 一次性塑胶，一次性用品 or 一次性塑胶, so one-time use items or one-time use plastic. Reducing the amount of 一次性塑胶 is something that we're very passionate about at Skritter. Now, while a lot of countries have set ambitious targets that are frankly quite far away, you and I can reduce our plastic consumption today. I've heard from a lot of my friends that they do want to bring their own things to restaurants or to coffee shops, but they just don't know what to say in Chinese and they often feel a bit awkward. So not to worry, I'm going to teach you all the key phrases as well as share how restaurants are super open to you bringing your own things. First, let's start with some reusable items. If you add 环保 to the noun of the thing that you're bringing, it usually implies that it's a reusable good. 是一个可以重复使用的东西. So let me give you an example. If you want to say I've brought my own eco cup, you simply say 我有带我的环保杯. So 环保, add it to whatever item you're using. For example, 我有带我的环保壶, maybe for a larger pot of water, or 环保盒. Now, these might not be the actual terms of these things if you're looking to buy them online, so let me give you some common terms that you'll hear for, let's say, reusable coffee cups. Another very common one you'll hear is 随行杯, which means a cup to carry along with you wherever you go. 随行杯. Another term I've also heard is 随身杯. 随行杯 and 随身杯 are some of the terms I often see on labels when you go into coffee shops and they're selling their own reusable cups. Most restaurants are actually totally cool with you packing up, let's say, your leftovers from meals, or even, let's say, at a lunch buffet with your own box. If you're going to a lunch buffet, what I always do is I get them to weigh my glass container first, and then I go around the buffet, I fill it up, and then they deduct the amount of the weight of my container, and it's normal. So all you have to remember is how heavy your box was in terms of the buffet pricing. Now, containers like this in Taiwan, I've noticed them being called 保鲜盒, a box to keep fresh, and 保鲜盒 can be glass, 玻璃, or 塑胶. If you're shopping on Taobao or in China, most commonly they're referred to as 饭盒, a rice box. Now, if you're into bento boxes like me, they're called 便当盒. I actually have a 不锈钢便当盒. 不锈钢 is stainless steel. And in my 便当盒, I've got layers, and I actually bring this 不锈钢便当盒 to work, and then I'll put it in my steamer. Don't worry about the terms so far. The full list will be at Skritter.com. As you know, we're addicted to tea shops in Taiwan, and that can generate a lot of single-use plastic, from the straw to the lid to the actual cup itself. And that's a place actually where they really welcome you to bring your own things. If you're getting a large green tea, which I often do, I often bring my own thermos flask. It actually keeps it cold. They can add or reduce the ice that you want. And I've actually bought a 不锈钢 cup that I can have my bubble tea in. And yes, you can get thicker straws for having bubble tea in. And actually, a lot of shops will reduce your final price depending on the amount of cups that you bring. And finally, let's learn the term for straw. 吸管. And in this case, this is a 不锈钢吸管. And finally, if you're going shopping in the supermarket, bring your own bag, 自己带环保袋. So again, 环保, environmentally friendly, and your own bags. Now, I love a good cotton bag, 棉袋, but you can use the term 环保袋 or 购物袋 to mean any kind of reusable bag. Now let's get on to the key phrases. You'll find that a lot of shops want to make your shopping experience comfortable and convenient, so they'll be very, very trigger happy with wrapping up things with bags. This is your opportunity to say 不用袋子，谢谢. And you can add 我有带购物袋 or 我有带环保袋. Now let's move on to some key phrases that you can arm yourself with before you go shopping. First, no plastic bag, please. And that is 不要袋子，谢谢. I don't want a bag, thank you very much, because it could be a paper bag or a plastic bag, but I think this is a good learning opportunity for the term plastic bag. There are two ways that you can say plastic bag, 塑胶袋 or 塑料袋. Some shops are actually quite good at prompting you and asking you if you've brought your own bag, in which case you'll hear this phrase. 请问你有带购物袋吗？请问你有带购物袋吗？ Have you brought your own shopping bag? Now, if you're ordering tea, food, lunch, whatever, you can say 我有带 and then add the item that you've brought. Maybe in this case, you've brought your own coffee cup. 我有带自己的咖啡杯. You can then ask if they can put whatever you're buying in the container. 可以用这个装吗? Can you put it in this? And a final phrase that I think you might find quite useful is 不要包 or 不用包, 谢谢. Don't wrap it for me. Often when I find that I'm buying bottles of wine, they'll want to wrap it in these little plastic wraps, and I'll just say 不用包，谢谢. We hope that we've armed you with some basic phrases and vocabulary for you to reduce your carbon footprint and your consumption of single-use plastic. 一次性用品和一次性塑胶. Next time you go to your shop, just say 我有带我的保鲜盒 or 我的饭盒，还有我的咖啡杯. Check out the description below for the full list of vocabulary that we've covered and some more. Good luck with your plastic-free shopping, and we'll see you next time. Now, cue the slow-mo of me wrapping my bento.